All right, we got time to get through one more wide receiver.
Next year's best value in the draft.
This guy?
This guy.
Probably.
He's every year's best value.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Robert Woods, 86 for 12, 19, and 6 on 130 targets, 19 for 157 on the ground, and a touchdown on the ground. That is essentially the stat line of Tyreek Hill. So he runs as many jet sweeps and end arounds and has as much success as Tyreek does.
On the ground, yeah.
On the ground.
And according to Troy Aikman, he's the best wide receiver.
What did he say?
I believe he said he's the best all-around wide receiver in the game.
Okay, Troy.
It's high praise.
Okay, Troy.
But look, I mean, for years, back when he was on Buffalo, Andy, you and me, and especially you.
Dude, I've been the biggest Robert Woods fan in a long time.
Passed the eyeball test. Now he's on a great offense. He's
a reliable
option. But because there's a three-headed monster there of wide receivers when Cooper Kupp comes back, I don't think Robert Woods is going to be drafted where he should be.
This is the best season Robert Woods will ever have. This is his greatest stat line that you're going to see.
Maybe.
That's what I believe.
I think he can improve on the 6 touchdowns.
I think he'll be right around this stat line for next year.
Well, look, 13% of his games were busts. That's not a lot. 56% of good games, but only 13% of his games were great. And that is Robert Woods for you.
Yeah, he's not.
He is a good wide receiver. If you can somehow maneuver your team to where you've got him as your wide receiver 2, you've got the best wide receiver core in football.
He will be anybody that drafts him. The highest he will be is their wide receiver 2.
Because everybody behind him is going to go ahead of him.
Yes, I mean he'll be drafted in some situations as your wide receiver 3 on your roster, and he's very consistent. He was a top 12 guy from a consistency standpoint.
Yeah,
we have him in our joint dynasty league, and we were able to ride him oftentimes in those hard weeks because a lot of flex plays, and you never look at your roster with Robert Woods and go, oh yeah, Robert Woods. And that's why he's going to fall.
Some Kool-Aid?
No, and that's why he's going to fall in drafts.
Oh yeah.
He's the 3rd wide receiver on a team. Who wants that? But he's going to be great. He's going to do what he did this year, next year. I firmly believe that.
The thing is you're in a different tier. You really are with Robert Woods. And last year, previous career highs, 65 receptions, 781 yards, 5 touchdowns. If you wanted me to, give a stat line for next year, 76 for 1,005. I mean, that's about where I'd have him, which is good. But you're going to have other players flex up above that.
Yeah, there's so many players we haven't talked about that will be easily and obviously drafted ahead of Robert Woods next year. I mean, Amari Cooper and
but any of them make you say, oh yeah.
Well, right, and that's why it's not that I would take Robert Woods over Keenan Allen. I wouldn't. But I'm going to target where Robert Woods will be in the draft and say, at that round, I want him on my team. Oh, hey! I was just doing some heavy research. It's the research that makes the fantasy footballers great. Click that subscribe button and find out more.